Hey, before you watch this thing, hit subscribe, would you?
Remember in South Park, those guys said, like, the only way to be punk rock now is to be a Republican? This was 10, 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Because everyone was so Democrat, especially in this town, that it's like you have to take an opposite stance. You have to go at the who's in charge. I think now the only way to do it is to be positive.
I was gonna do that approach until I saw your special. I might still do a version of it, but like,
go for it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Like our other joke, we worked it out. By the way, since we're talking about you did a joke. Remember the time you just did a joke of mine?
No.
The joke about if everyone who had the clap just didn't fuck for 3 days, the clap is eradicated forever. I said it in the parking lot, and then you did it on stage, and then you realized it. Yeah, you realized it, and you were like, I just stole that from you. I was like, yeah. I didn't care. I was I was glad to see it get a good good home.
Yeah, you saw me realize, like, oh, I know where it came from now. Fuck.
I don't think I saw it, but I didn't confront you. You just came to me and said it, and I was like, oh. I was like glad because I think I tried it and it didn't work for me. So it was like, yeah, I would like that idea to be out there.
Yeah. That's my autistic way of dealing with stuff. I just go right at it without emotion. Like, hey, listen, I'm just like, hey, I stole a joke from you. I've already gone to this.
Hi, sir. You hand me a piece of paper and you have sell pencils. So you don't. I agree with you that it is like, no, just be positive.
It's fun.
Yeah,
it's an easy take. And it's such a better way to live. You lock down with all this like terrible shit in the world, and it's like it's not real. First of all, it's not real. It's just like there's no racism. Like, sure, but like day to day, what are you seeing? I'm so glad there's this rise of anti-Semitism now, so I can finally weigh in on my thing. Because if I say it about black people, they're like, "What the fuck do you know?"
Right.
So now finally, I can be like, "Okay, great." When Nick Cannon went against said some crazy shit about Jews, that was the first one. I'm like, great. So now it's me. He's just spouting off, guys. Who gives a fuck? It's just some guy spouting off. But if I said that about somebody spouting off about Mexicans, they'd be like, it's not your fight. Stay out of this.
Yeah.
So like, I don't see it day to day. Any rise in anti-Semitism. Online, you see it.
Do you want to stop Asian hate?
I stopped it.
How?
What?
How'd you do that?
I found out the guys who were killing all of them, and I was like, come on, man.
Guys, you sat them down.
Yeah.
Remember when you couldn't kill Asian people for 3 months 4 years ago?
No, I completely agree with you that it's like,
and then
somebody wrote a book of like Steven Pink or somebody that like, this is the most moral advanced time in human history. Less war, less famine, less like, it's the least
scientific
of everything.
Developments.
Yeah, no, I've been doing a premise about like all we do is complain.
Yeah, and like, what are you guys bitching about?
Yeah,
you got 5 days in Hawaii.
Yeah,
one of the days poured rain all day.
Fucking
and which one are you going to talk about?
Yeah.
Or you could be like, well, let's play that. Teach me that card game you always wanted to teach me.
Yeah,
I guess we'll do that now. That's cool.
Yeah, we could try to. And it's, by the way, this is not how I've lived my life.
Right.
Like I've been.
We got called by a great comic. He goes, "You're just like Neal. You're both curmudgeons."
And now we're both not.
Yeah. Point taken,
Thank you, drugs. Okay, so speaking of drugs.
Yeah.
Wait,
hold on though. But I think this is a tool, and it's a fun one to do, is to find in an outsider way a positive part about anything, because it's not as bad as it looks. It's a fun game.
Absolutely,
and you can get
agree. There. There's a proverb where,
you know about the farmer who had a horse and the horse ran away and the neighbor said, "Oh, isn't that too bad?" And the farmer says, "You never know." And the next day the horse came back followed by a beautiful wild stallion. And the neighbor said, "How fortunate." And the farmer said, "You never know." And shortly thereafter, the son of the farmer was riding the wild horse and he fell and broke his leg. And the neighbor said, "Isn't that terrible?" And the farmer said, "You never know." Shortly thereafter, the government was coming through conscripting the young men for service. Because the boy had a broken leg, he was left behind. And the neighbor said, "How fortunate." And the farmer said,
like, just, you don't know what's going to happen. And I can say firsthand if my life has improved
from doing that.
Well, my life has improved overall. in the face of me, fucking sucks, and I'm a curmudgeon.
Yeah.
Like,
it got hacky after a while.
Yeah.
It just felt like, I don't want this to be my thing anymore.
Yeah. And the world is getting better.
I saw Thomas Sowell talk to some guy, and he was like, this guy showed him, he's this great black thinker. And this guy, this interviewer goes, yeah, so Donald Trump said this, that black unemployment's the lowest it's ever been under his tenure. And they both laughed. And then he goes, it's crazy the way that guy talks. And Thomas Sowell's like, yeah, although it's true though. Mm-hmm. The guy's like, what? He goes, well, I mean, you start slavery, full unemployment, and then it's gotten better every year.
Or full employment.
Full employment, exactly. There was nobody just like chilling.
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, I mean, with time, but like, yeah, it's true. I don't know. I know you don't want it to be true, but it's true.
Yeah.
We were on Rogan's podcast, and Norman said, like, I took the subway over to this. And Joe's like, because he's on the news, and he's like, wait, you took the subway?
Yeah.
Because in his mind, everyone's getting pushed in front of it on every train.
Yeah.
And not just like, they're just videotaping it more. I don't know anyone who knows anyone who's ever seen anyone get
totally
pushed.
Agree.
And he goes, why? And Norman's like, because he's not thinking like that. He goes, it's faster. What do you mean? Yeah, it's just faster sometimes with traffic. And he was like, what?
Yeah, when you don't have $400 million, you can ride the subway.
Different realities.
Yeah.
Just different realities.
Yes.
Things are good. Things are nice. You just focus on it. It's a fun game.
Yeah, just like, is it so bad?
So I try to, Christine, Big J's chick, during Kanye's first pop-off, was like, hey, I know this is like crazy right now, but have you heard Black Skinhead? And I was like, no. She goes, it slaps. You should listen to it. And I did, and it made me discover this guy. I said
that was a good bit.
But so anyway, in my whole tour, I was like, bring me, what do you want to go up to? Like the beginning of Black Skinhead. Yeah. It just goes so hard. It's so cool. And then I was like, and I did this whole bit about Kanye, about how great he is.
Yep.
I was like, let me see if I can get this song for the closing credits. It would go so perfectly. And I was like, asked two people that knew him, if they get to like, he changed his number, and it's not worth me trying to find his number. It's pretty good. He changed his number. Like, fuck. And I'm like, all right, let me do it through the proper channels. I thought the only way I could get it, it's so high level that it's like, is to get a favor.
Yeah.
You know? And you can like pass things through fast with rights. I heard Garbage sampled a Brian Wilson song once, and they go, can we use this? And he was like, send it to me, what you're doing. And he goes, you can use it, but I want the vinyl. Like, I want you to send me a signed vinyl because it's so good. And it's like, great, it'll get done. It's not money. And so I reached out to his people through, some lawyer, and was like, I have this whole bit about Kanye and how great he is. I'm trying to like, took out this whole part. I edited out this whole part about trying to fuck Kim Kardashian and how I'd never stop fucking her, and I'd never made it. And they go, well, I hope you're not referring to him as Kanye in the special. He's Ye.
Okay.
And I'm like, damn it.
Yep.
Damn it.
Yep.
Anyway, so I went on the hunt for new songs that would fit the theme. And I just like songs about focusing on positive and whatever. Just like for days and days, just looked at what I could find. Couldn't get the rights to It's a Wonderful World. What a Wonderful World by Louis Armstrong, and having someone else cover it, that's going to be $50,000.
Yep.
Like, fuck, I don't have this money. I'm not NBC. And then I started finding the lyrics over and over again in some Modest Mouse songs, who I'd been a bit aware of, but never really knew. And I'm a huge Modest Mouse fan now. All their stuff is exactly what I'm talking about in this special. Focusing on positive. It was worth it to get taken by the Jamaican grifter just to learn how the trick was done.
Yeah.
It's all like, oh, it's so there's positive parts about everything. So me not getting the Kanye thing was like, fuck, but now I'm a Modest Mouse fan.
Yeah.
You never know.
There's shit that's positive
I write
everywhere.
in my journal 4 times a day.
Really?
Yes. Being like literally up. It's like coaching myself to be more positive.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. You got to set a habit for it.
Because my brain doesn't want to do it. My brain, I think the human brain is naturally looks for danger, naturally looks up at people that are doing better, and naturally wants to like, I got to get up there. And like, I just think that's what it is. It's survivalist, and then it becomes competitive and whatever. But I write all the time, like, it's all perfect. Everything's perfect.
Believe it. After
a while, I forget it. I forget all the time. But like, I know that everything in my life that I thought was a setback was not. And everything I thought was negative wasn't. It's like in the short term they are, like a week or two or a month or a year or whatever. But like
me getting in trouble, I had to put my special on, my Jew special on hold. And I was like, I'll pick this up in 4 months. And then some fucking Chinaman sneezed on a bat or whatever. And so then everything was delayed even longer.
Yep.
And I was like, all right, I'm done with it. And then like had the idea in Ecuador, like maybe dust that off and try it. But this big roadblock allowed me an extra year and a half of putting it away and then a year of working on it to make it like far better.
Yeah.
That was very helpful.
If I'd said that to you, you would have been like, there's no way I'll do it.
Get the fuck away from me, man. Yeah.
And it's no way it'll be good. And I'm so done. And it's like.
Yeah. Nobody wants to hear like, could be good. Like, shut the fuck up. You just went through a breakup.
Yeah.
It's like, well,
you know what's funny? I want to do the caveat now of like, I know this doesn't apply to everyone. And it's like, no, I'm not going to do a caveat right now and go like, obviously people have hard lives or whatever. I'm going to focus on positive. My life is good and getting better, and most of it's about my own point of view, and I don't want to fucking apologize for anyone that's going through a hard time. I've gone through plenty of hard times.
See, people slow down on stage for no reason. They go, listen, I'm not saying everyone's not equal. And it's like you're wasting time. I heard I bought 2 vinyls once. I bought a Cosby album for 10 cents in San Francisco, yard sale. They were just like, throw it away. Why did you sell it? Yeah. And it's Kinnison. Listen to them back to back. They're both great. Cosby's very long and paints a picture, and Kinnison's right in your face. There's not once where he goes, guys, I'm not saying women don't deserve. He's just these fucking bitches.
Yeah.
And it's like, why wait? We know you don't think they should all be enslaved.
Yes.
So just get to the joke. Why waste time?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's doing that. Yeah, I'm sure some people have. Fuck off. Yeah. Who cares?
I'm specifically not doing it. I'm just like, I don't.
There was this guy, Tommy John again. I think it was him. And he said he got to LA and hated it. Hated it. And that happens now. People are like, LA sucks. When I get back here, and I'm like, oh yeah, all my friends are here. Back at the store. Burritos again. I don't get burritos where I'm at. And I'm like, oh yeah, I think I'm supposed to hate this place. But it's one of the more creative cities in America. Yeah, people are doing and creating things. There's art everywhere, and there's comedy, and I mean, fucking shitty actors. I hate actors, but like they're here. Some of them are cool, and like
they're good looking. The girls are good looking.
Oh my god, it's great. You land, and
some of the guys.
Whew. Yeah. It's the only place where a nerd could be with a 9.5. Just some dork Jew, and you're like,
and by the way, and still think he can do better.
Yeah, yeah. So Jonathan got here, and he said he hated it. He moved probably for a writing job or something 10, 12, 15 years ago. And he goes, I hated it. And he'd go to parties in Silver Lake. People are like, what do you think? He goes, I hate it. People are like, why? It's like, it's just fucking, whatever the reason. It's fake. There's no seasons. Everyone, whatever. And then every party, people are like, how do you like LA? And he got sick of just saying over and over again, I hate it. And he goes, sometimes it's like when people are like, how you doing? And you did just go through a breakup or something like that. And I don't know you well enough. So you just go, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Let's move on. So he eventually, they're like, how do you like LA? He goes, oh, I love it. And they're like, oh, what do you like about it? He goes, the weather's nice. The burritos are great. Whatever. It was just easier to, instead of having to explain over and over again. And after he said, after 6 months of that, he goes, I started to like it. I started to like LA. I just kept saying the reasons why it's good. And then I started to be like, oh yeah, I just convinced myself, like you're doing your journal.
And the other thing that I was thinking is like, you're not on social media, which rewards negativity.
Yeah.
So
I'm off Twitter. I'm still on Instagram, but for puppy shit and cool slow-mo basketball shots. And there's some cool stuff.
Yeah, it's great, but once you open it,
it goes
once
fast.
You open the door to, it's like you ever look and then you'll see a comment about you and you're like, I wasn't even looking for comments about me.
This is on how to make a hamburger video. And I'm like, what? Neal Brennan sucks. I'm like,
how? How?
Shut it.
Yeah. So you're smart that you're not on Twitter. I mean, Twitter the most obvious one, but people, you're not allowed to be positive anymore because you have to apologize
for just
everyone who's doing worse than you. And it's like, there are people that are doing worse than you. I don't.
Yeah, exactly. We're all Americans, by the way. We're all one of the most powerful countries in the world.
Yes.
So I'm in the 97th percentile while you're in the 98th.
Yeah, and I have to apologize to you. Meanwhile, you're not fucking looking back at all the people that you're doing better than.
Yeah, you know who you don't know? Someone who got burned by a witch recently.
Yeah, and it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Why? How did this become?
It's crazy.
Public conversation.
You see it. It's almost comical. Where I did one of my podcasts was on Laos, and somebody's like, "Well, Well, did you cover the people that died in a boating accident last week? And like, no, it was about this guy's vacation.
Yeah.
No, why did you even know that? Get out of here.
Why did you cover it? Because it didn't happen to hardly anyone.
Yeah, it's not relevant.
There are, I don't know,
it's almost
20
funny.
million Laotians.
Yeah,
and
too many, if you ask me.
I mean, look.
Yeah.
And 8 of them died on the ship that you sank.
Yeah.
Hey, did you like that? Did you like that? Yeah, did you like it though? You want more? Don't want to work? Would rather watch videos of me grab-assing with people? First of all, go up here to subscribe, and then go up here to watch more clips. This is like when the weatherman says there's a high pressure system coming in. I'm not really used to the green screen.